Welcome to another lovely episode of LOQation, Cabrini College's weekly news program. I'm Jenna Rose DiGiacomo.
And I'm Sean Ostrowski. Here's your news now.
Well, Cabrini, join me in congratulating Dr. Jeff Gingrich on his new position as Interim Provost and Vice President for Academic Affairs. Many knew him as Vice Provost and Dean for Academic Affairs, but according to Interim College President Deb Takis, we are fortunate to have such a skilled and talented leader to serve in the interim position while the search for a new president is underway. It's that time of year again. The college is looking for orientation leaders to help new students get comfortable at Cabrini. If you're interested in becoming an OL, visit www.cabrini.edu/orientation for more information. The deadline to apply is Friday, February 14th. If you're a returning orientation leader, check your email or stop in the SEAL office for more info. Well, get ready to throw your skates on and show off your skills on the ice. SEAL is planning ice skating trips on both February 2nd and February 15th. The cost is $3 for students, $5 for faculty and staff, $7 for alumni, and $10 for the community. The fee includes transportation, entry, and rental. Make sure to save your spot by signing up at the front desk in the Dixon Center. Happy skating! It's been almost 1 month since we first celebrated the new year and made life-changing promises to ourselves. LOQation went and talked to Cabrini students to see how they've been keeping up with those hefty promises.
My New Year's resolution is to focus on my grades. I tend to procrastinate when it comes to work, so I'm going to try to focus on getting my homework done on time and handing it in.
My New Year's resolution is to go to class and be on time. But I have trouble waking up because I always sleep in, but the snow isn't helping.
I'm trying to get a 3.5 this semester. I've been hitting up my teachers, trying to see that I'm up to date on all my work and that's good quality.
My New Year's resolution is to be better at saving money because I spend money a lot. I follow up on that by just saving money, I guess, not going places, and then not spending as much as I want to spend, or writing down how much I want to spend and taking certain amounts of money out so that I don't spend all my money.
My New Year's resolution is to stop smoking cigs, but I kind of have not been doing that, so I'm not really doing good, but I'm trying.
I also want to eat less junk food and try to work out as much as I can. Me and my roommate want to go to the gym as often as we can, so we picked a couple days that we're just going to go to the gym, even if it's snowing or raining. We're just going to be we got to go to the gym and work out, so we're going to plan that.
New Year's resolution is to keep fit and keep active and eat healthier. I'm trying to go outside and run more instead of going to the gym, but it's kind of hard because of the weather, and that's making me snack even more, but I'm trying to keep to it.
My New Year's resolution is to eat healthier. Maybe not eat the cat food as much, maybe like Subway or something like that.
It took me a while to figure it out. I don't usually make New Year's resolutions, but this year I really wanted to get better at praying. Instead of just praying 2 seconds at night, I started praying for 10 minutes in the morning and at night, and it's been working out pretty well so far, so I'm pretty happy.
My New Year's resolution is at least once a day make one person smile, and that's been my New Year's resolution since I was a freshman in high school. As long as I get a smile out of someone, I'm happy.
So Nick, what's happening in sports this week?
Well, Jenna Rose, we got the Super Bowl this Sunday. Kevin Durant is killing it in the NBA, and Cabrini basketball is still undefeated. Let me tell you all about it. Cabrini College offers different intramural sports for students interested in picking up some fun and physical activities. Let's check in with the Assistant Director of Athletics and Recreation to find out more.
My name is Orlin Jesperson. I'm the Assistant Director of Athletics and Recreation here at Cabrini. I oversee all the recreation programs, so the non-varsity programs, anything going on in the Dixon Center that really isn't affiliated with the varsity sport. So all the intramurals, sport clubs, and outdoor recreation programs. Well, it depends on the season. For this spring, right now on the schedule, I've got floor hockey, indoor soccer, and basketball, both men's division and co-ed division. So starting off with those three, if we've got time on the field or the gym, might add in a couple other events, some tournaments or one-day events like a battleship would be in the pool, maybe a handball tournament, dodgeball tournament, things along those lines.
I'm Greg Smith. I'm a junior, and I play club lacrosse. I would say the best thing about this intramural sport is probably the intensity that it's played for a lot of the guys on the team, and for me it's more than just a way to get out. It's something they've been doing for years, and it's a great way to continue the sport that we love to play. You don't need any experience. If you want to come out and try it out, there are guys that have extra equipment, or they can point you in the right direction to get some stuff, and lacrosse is really a learn as you go type of thing. So the more you play, the more you pick up, and the more you learn, and eventually it's like you've never walked on. You just feel like you've been doing it forever. So it is more laid back than what Cabrini's actual varsity team is like, but we still take it seriously enough to where if you don't put in the time or the effort, then you won't see the field during the game.
This year we just launched a new recreation website, so that's www.cabrinirec.com, and rec is REC, and we try to put that together so we can have all of the recreational programs, everything in one place. You can go there to find out the building schedule, any group exercise classes, Zumba, spinning, anything like that. Also all the intramural schedules, outdoor recreation, pool schedules, pretty much anything that's affiliated with the Dixon Center and the recreation. And if you have any questions, there should be contact information on the site, but you can just email me. It's orlandj@cabrini.edu, and I'll be happy to help you out. And whether it's a sport that's already offered or just looking for a new activity, if there's something that someone wants to do but we don't have it listed, I'll look into it and see what we can do.
So the time has come, Super Bowl week. Everybody else is talking about it in the sports world, so I obviously have to at least mention it, right? This Sunday, Peyton Manning and the Broncos will take on Richard Sherman and the Seahawks at MetLife Stadium. Will the Broncos finish their unbelievable offensive season with a Super Bowl ring, or will Sherman and his LOB be able to contain Eric Decker and Wes Welker? Tweet me your thoughts at LOQation News. Besides Super Bowl week, Eagles make a little splash in the ocean of media by hiring Bill Musgrave as the new quarterback coach. Musgrave was a quarterback at Oregon and played a short time with the 49ers. In 1998, he was the Eagles' offensive assistant, where they ended up going 3-13 on the season. No comment from Chip Kelly or Musgrave on the new hire. In NBA news, Kevin Durant is a beast, scoring 41 points on Monday, as well as knocking down a contested jumper to win the game with 1.5 seconds left. In the last 13 games, he is averaging almost 38 points and shooting just under 54% overall. He is no doubt a mid-season favorite for MVP. Cabrini men's basketball continue their undefeated season with a 94-84 win over Keystone College on Monday. As always, Aaron Walton Moss led the Cavs in points with 27. With this win, the Cavs have moved up to the number 2 spot in Division III Hoops national rankings, just 25 points behind University of Wisconsin, Stevens Point. The Blue and White will look to continue their undefeated season when they hit the road to face Gwynedd Mercy University tonight at 8 p.m. Cabrini women's team grabbed another win, cruising past Centenary College, 66-48. Senior Brittany Sandone knocked down 20 points while remaining perfect from the free throw line. Lady Cavs are looking to capture their 3rd straight win at Baptist Bible College tonight at 6 p.m. Cav Traditions set up an event called Do Blue, getting students involved with Cabrini sports. Let's take a look.
I made Cabrini Nation on social media, originally on Facebook and Twitter, and then recently Instagram. So with a large followers, 500 plus, like 607 on Instagram now, Coach Nick Taylor and Beach decided to really put together this blue out type atmosphere. And there's a collaboration between athletics, Cav Traditions, and me through Cabrini Nation on social media.
Cabrini Nation, #DoBlue, is a doubleheader with women's basketball first and then men's basketball after. We had free t-shirts, 100 for the first 100 people that stood in line. We also are getting free pizza from Pie in the Sky, and that's, later in the day we'll have a DJ playing music, but just a great way to get a lot of students together for the beginning of the spring semester and to support our basketball teams and just have Cabrini spirit.
Cavalier Tradition was brought about this semester by Nick Taylor. He works in the alumni office. He really wanted to build traditions here at Cabrini for students to look forward to in the future. So a group of small selection of students have been put together right now with the hopes of growing in the future. This is our first event, but we do have many more planned for the future. Tonight's event is called for Cabrini Nation Do Blue Night. It was to rally around to bring the Cabrini community together to really rally around our sports team, our basketball team tonight, but also the rest of our sports teams, because we do have a great athletic program here, and we should come together as a community and not only support our athletes, but maybe start supporting our athletes and then continue that throughout the campus.
We'll have a big push for the CSACs and also into NCAAs pending winning the CSACs, hopefully. The men's team is currently 3rd in the country. There's no reason why they shouldn't go to the Final Four, if not win the whole thing, I think. And it'd be cool to be a part of that this year.
That will do it for sports. Tune in next week for a recap of the Super Bowl, some Philly sports, and as always, your Cabrini College sports. And now to Sean for your trip across the nation.
Earlier this week, Penn State University released reports of forcible sex offense for the 2012 calendar year. This number that was released was a record high for Penn State. The U.S. Department of Education's Office for Civil Rights is enforcing a civil rights investigation of Penn State to see if the university responded to the offense immediately and appropriately. This investigation will also prove if Penn State has been following the federal law in handling these types of sexual violences. The campus security reported a list of 56 accounts of forcible sex offenses for the year of 2012. This past week has brought a lot of snow to many areas, but in the south it is getting worse. Snow and ice is threatening parts of the south. Finding a snowplow or salt truck is rare. For people in the north, getting snow is not a concern, but in the south it is a big deal, especially in the areas that might get hit the hardest. The commissioner of Montgomery County, Alabama, is already telling people to stay off the roads and be careful. So far with this weather, about 70% of Americans are under winter weather warning or advisory, according to CNN. Due to the weather, airports in the United States canceled nearly 3,000 flights. During this last week's big snowstorm, Cabrini College students tweeted in pictures to our LOQation News to show how they were spending their off day at school. Take a look at what they are up to. According to CNN, earlier this week, University of North Carolina admitted that it treated student athletes differently than other students by giving better grades and course selection. Student athletes at UNC had the biggest impact when giving grades they didn't deserve for only turning in a single paper and barely showing up to class. UNC made some changes last year to this issue, hoping that things would change, but it looks like athletes are still finding ways to get good grades and play without attending class. The NCAA did a check last year on UNC and found that none of their rules have been broken. CNN reported that the NCAA will not comment on taking a second look at this university. That was your trip across the nation.
So Val, what's new in entertainment?
Well, the Grammys are on Sunday, so let me tell you more about it.
This past Sunday, the 56th Annual Grammy Awards were held at the Staples Center in Los Angeles, California. There was a lot of moving and grooving in the 2014 ceremony, which included performances by Beyoncé and Jay-Z, Kendrick Lamar, Imagine Dragons, Daft Punk, Katy Perry, Taylor Swift, and more. Macklemore, Lorde, and Daft Punk won big at the awards. Everyone on the red carpet looked absolutely stunning, and there was a lot of jaw-droppers for sure. What was your favorite part of the Grammy Awards? Tweet us at LOQation News. Do you love anything about rock and roll or the 60s? Well, then you are going to love this. Tomorrow, CNN debuts The 60s, The British Invasion at 9 p.m. This is a 1-hour documentary starting with the Beatles' appearance on The Ed Sullivan Show and later talking about how music was changed forever due to the amazing British bands invading America. Generose DiGiacomo blessed hearts of the 3 students who studied abroad this past fall semester. Let's check it out.
Welcome to yet another episode of Bless Your Heart with Generose DiGiacomo. I am Generose DiGiacomo, and on today's episode, I have the lovely Mario with me, and then tomorrow I'll have Brittany and Maddie to talk about their lovely travels abroad. Let's check it out, shall we? So Mario, my dear, I heard you studied abroad last semester. Where did you go? Tell me all about it.
I studied on a program called Semester at Sea.
Ooh, blessings.
It's academically sponsored by the University of Virginia, and it's a floating academic campus. It's aboard a cruise ship called the MV Explorer. I got to go into a township for a day where I volunteered with an organization called Operation Hunger.
Wow.
And where we were feeding children and weighing them to get a profile of that community based on their nutritional needs.
So Brittany, my dear, how was good old Australia?
It was amazing. I had a great time.
Did you? What did you do there?
Well, I went to the Great Barrier Reef with my mom at one point and got to swim with all the
Mama Kerr came.
Yeah, she did. I got to meet a lot of new people while doing the study abroad, and they're just all so friendly and nice.
Maddie, my love.
Generose.
How was your semester at sea? Talk to me. Tell me.
What do you want to know?
What's bumping? How was it?
It was amazing. It was really incredible.
Where did you go?
Everywhere. Do you want all of them? You want all the countries?
Sweet niblets. Why not? Name them all while we're at it.
We left from England and then went to Russia, Germany, Belgium, France, Ireland, Portugal, Spain, Morocco, Ghana, South Africa, Argentina, Brazil, and Cuba.
Ooh.
My favorite country was definitely South Africa.
Wow.
We were there for 5 days. I've wanted to go there for years, so I'm happy I got to go. And it was a beautiful country. Just everything about it was absolutely stunning. The landscape, the people, the plants, everything. I loved it. I went cage diving there, which was pretty cool. It's with like the sharks, like in the cage with the sharks coming up. I did a wine tasting. I did a service project in one of the townships, so there was a lot to do.
What would you tell somebody that's in between studying abroad or just staying on Cabrini's campus, which there's nothing wrong with that?
No, nothing wrong with that. But I think if you had the opportunity, you should definitely do it. Like, I get homesick very easily, and I had no problem in Australia.
That's
and
amazing.
They become your family there. You do a lot of family-oriented things and, like, become really close with each other.
The experience on Semester at Sea was probably one of the highlights of my whole life.
Well, I just want to thank all my guests for being on Bless Your Heart today. I am Generose DiGiacomo, and yes, Brittany, Maddie, and Mario have been an exceptional time on the show talking about study abroad, and I couldn't be more thankful. Heck, I may even go study abroad. Watch me leave, and I will. All right, until next time.
That was your weekly entertainment update. Now let's check in with Jenna Rose for your news around the world.
Thousands of spectators and athletes will be arriving in Sochi, Russia in less than a month for the 2014 Winter Olympics. Concerns are rising due to the recent terrorist threats and bombings not too far from the Olympic site. Security measures are underway, according to the New York Times, President Vladimir V. Putin, who would do whatever it takes to protect those arriving for the Games. Questions are still arising as to who is behind the attacks, but security measures are being taken, not just in Sochi, but other cities in Russia. Mr. Putin did stress that if athletes wish to have their own security, they may, just as long as it's cleared with the Russian authorities. It is over, French President François Hollande said. His relationship with the First Lady, his girlfriend Valérie Trierweiler, has ended. President Hollande was caught sneaking into another woman's home by photographers. Just a day after the split, the former First Lady was seen boarding a flight to India to support a nonprofit organization, the Action Against Hunger charity. Her goal is to save children who are suffering in India, along with a list of events scheduled for her to attend while she is residing in the country. This will be her first appearance since Hollanday's rumored affair. The military leader who was just last year helped evict an elected Egyptian president from office is now running for the presidency himself. Egyptian Field Marshal Abdul Fattah al-Sisi took his first steps as a candidate this past week, where he's currently trying to bring back the military-backed government that had ended to a popular uprising, according to the New York Times. His stance on ending poverty and corruption of the country are two goals of his when he is officially elected. According to the New York Times, earlier this month, 98% of votes have been in his favor. Thanks for catching up with us this week. For Location Weekly News, I'm Jenna Rose DiGiacomo.
And I'm Sean Ostrowski. Stay up to date throughout the week by following us on our social media platforms. Simply search Location News. Have a wonderful week, Cabrini.